Hey, welcome to my YouTube Hypnosis channel, where each week I bring you little snippets of powerful hypnotic suggestions designed to enrich your life little bit by little bit. Please do not listen to any of my recordings if you are driving or operating any kind of equipment or doing anything really that requires your attention or awareness. Please only listen to this if you are sitting down or laying down comfortably. Before we begin, if you find value in these videos, please do like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that I can continue to bring you these valuable little snippets of hypnotic suggestions to you each week. Thanks very much. In today's hypnosis session, I'm going to be focusing on speaking to your subconscious mind about how it's processing your stresses in your daily life. We all have them. And really getting to the core of the feeling, where the feeling is coming from, and what's driving that feeling into existence so that you can sort of put it away and clear the path to be able to manage the stress effectively, work through the stress, and ultimately on to the next one as life works. So it's kind of like taking a over-the-counter painkiller when you have a headache. It's not gonna you're not gonna allow the headache to take you out for the day. It's just going to be you get to the source of the pain, and then you can work through your day and on to the next until the next headache comes along. So without further ado, if you are sitting or laying in a comfortable position, go ahead and close your eyes and breathe in comfortably and completely, and breathe out comfortably and completely at your own desired pace. And as you do this, just really ask yourself, what is it about stress that disagrees with you? And just continue breathing completely and comfortably at your own pace while you contemplate certain stresses in your life, the bigger stresses that sort of maybe bog you down from time to time, or maybe really bothersome to you at this moment. And you see them there, but you'd rather just get past them. So, if it's okay with you, I'm going to ask you to imagine yourself sitting at the bottom of a lake, and the temperature is room temperature. It's quite comfortable. And you're just looking around, and you can see some light coming through from the surface. It's a very peaceful and calming level of light getting through to the bottom of the lake where you're sitting. Breathing in comfortably and completely. And maybe if you breathe out, you'll start to notice bubbles rising up to the surface slowly with each out breath. And just sort of lift your gaze up to the bubbles and watch them just sort of floating up to the top. And continue breathing like this and observing the bubbles with every out-breath, rising slowly to the top of the water and releasing themselves out into the open air. Where the air that was once in your lungs will be cleaned and recycled and re-oxygenated by the earth. As fresh, new air. And as you continue to breathe like this, maybe if you ask yourself what it is about stress that makes it so undesirable. You might focus on your biggest stress. You might see it there in your mind. And as you continue to breathe in comfortably and completely, you just observe it sitting there in your mind. And you might give it certain feelings, and you might notice certain colors in there. And as you focus on that, you might notice that imagery getting brighter and more intense. And as it does this, with each moment of focus, you might begin to want to get rid of it. It might become too intense and too uncomfortable, especially in contrast with the peaceful lake that you're sitting on the bottom of. And so, with your next breath in, just imagine the air encapsulating your vision of the stress. And when you breathe out again, just observe it being contained in the bubbles floating up to the surface. Watch it slowly just find its way to the top and disappear into the air, the open air, where it will inevitably be recycled and cleaned and reoxygenated into new, healthy air. And as you continue to breathe and focus on the lake, notice that it feels just a little more calm without any bright colors in your mind. And as you continue to breathe in and out completely and comfortably at your own desired pace, you begin to feel more relaxed. And you may notice another stress you've been experiencing pop into your mind. And it's okay, just observe it. And as you observe it there in your mind, you may notice that it has certain shapes or colors in the mental scenery. And as you continue to focus on this stress, you may notice the scenery intensifying once more. And you may notice as it intensifies, the colors get brighter, the shapes get a little bigger. And it starts to feel uncomfortable. And you just really rather send it somewhere else. And so with your next breath in, just visualize the air encapsulating the stress. And with your next breath out, visualize it leaving your mind with your breath and floating up in bubbles to the surface, where they'll disappear into the open air and become cleaned by nature and recycled into healthy, clean air. And as you sit here and just observe your breathing and bring your focus back to the bubbles as you exhale on their way back up to the surface. Be thankful for the clarity that letting go of certain stresses will bring you and allow you to work through the causes of your stress and bring more serenity to your life. I'm going to ask you to breathe in a few more times and out a few more times. And after that, I'm going to snap my fingers a few times. And when you hear me do this, you will know that It's time to bring some of that serenity and peace with you into your conscious perception. So breathe in a few times, completely and comfortably, and breathe out a few times, maybe watching the bubbles, maybe gazing off into the water, maybe watching the light bounce off the sand at the bottom. I'm going to snap my fingers now. So, bringing your focus back to your conscious awareness, open your eyes now. Your eyes are completely open and you're feeling a little more conscious and completely aware, fully conscious. And that concludes your hypnosis session for today. So, thank you very much for joining me today on this hypnosis session. I hope that it was enjoyable for you, and I hope that you get some value out of it. And if you did, I hope that you go ahead and click the like button and the subscribe button so that I can continue to share hypnosis sessions with you. So thanks again, and bye for now.